Hi, and welcome to my bun7.com YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about the 10 ways that you can develop your clairvoyance skill. Clairvoyance and intuition is known to tell you before something happens that you need to stay alert or be aware. Now I will describe 10 ways to develop clairvoyance. This can show you that something good is likely to happen or something bad is likely to happen. The reason I write likely is because you can often change the situation when you receive information before the situation is manifested. It's kind of playing a computer game where you know what will happen because you have played the game before and you can avoid the danger and continue your game. Different types of clairvoyance. These labels just describe different nuances on how you get and experience information. If you experience clairvoyance, you will see a vision in your mind's eye about what will happen. Clear thinking, for example, is that you just know the right answer, but can't logically explain why. The most common thing is intuition and clear feeling. This is when your feelings guide you towards the answer. Compare this ability with that child's game where you search for a hidden object. And the closer you get to the object, the hotter, quote unquote, the temperature becomes, told by the participants of the game. It is the same with intuition, but instead you search for a hidden answer or truth, and the closer you are to the truth, the better you feel. The more off track from the truth, the more horrible you will feel. So intuition is a guiding system, where the main ingredients are your types of feelings. Many paranormal experiences are often related to ESP, intuition, and clairvoyance. For example, you hear the phone ring, you check the phone, but nobody has called. After you checked your phone, then it rings for real. Sometimes, if you are in a tricky situation, you might hear an inner voice. It may sound like a sports commentator describing the situation for you. The voice may say, maybe you should not walk down this road. Another example of ESP is that you enter a room and you smell tobacco, but nobody else smells this. But it turns out that the person who lived in the apartment before the new owner was a heavy smoker. It is even more common to have ESP in dreams, meaning that what you sometimes see in your dreams actually happens or have happened without you knowing about it in any logical way. The power of the unconscious mind. It is the subconscious that often gets the credit for receiving information beyond time and space. And sometimes the credits go to the guides, quote unquote. But it is said that the guides are part of your subconscious, so it's just different labels by different people. If you want to know more about guides, listen to my How to Communicate with Your Spirits Guide YouTube video. Now, when people get information from past lives, a hypnotist bypass their critical factor and get answers from deep within the unconscious mind. The unconscious mind is said to be connected to the universal mind. Clairvoyance is getting information from the universal mind, then to your conscious awareness. Even though this post describes the mechanism behind psychic abilities, it is important to remember that the universe can test you. Be aware of these tests regarding not to misuse psychic abilities. Ways to develop psychic abilities. Number 1. Guess games. Guess what will happen next. Guess what your wife will make for dinner, what is on the news, or who will call your phone. The more you practice guess games, the faster you become psychic. Practice makes perfect. Number 2. Meditate. Meditation is calming your thoughts. A calm mind helps you receive more signal than noise. Meditation will reduce stress and you will have more concentration. It will also get you into contact with your more sensitive sides. The more you meditate, the more energy, prana or chi you will receive. Daily meditation will build stronger connections to your unconscious mind. Number 3. Build bridges between your unconscious and conscious mind. Close your eyes 5 minutes each day and talk out loud what you see on your inner screen. This is called image streaming. To visualize is part of the unconscious mind, and to talk is part of the conscious mind. Image streaming is combining these two. You will also build new neural pathways in your brain by doing this often. Another way to build bridges here is to visualize. Visualize very slowly. Create a picture from the beginning, building it slowly until it's complete. It's like building a puzzle. You keep adding new pieces to your inner picture. This exercise requires strong concentration and is an excellent way to build bridges between the unconscious and conscious mind. Another exercise is to write a spiritual diary and a dream journal. If you write down every paranormal phenomena you experience, you can later on write down what you think actually happened. This will probably change when your knowledge gets better. Writing is hardwiring your brain, telling your mind this is important. By doing this, you will get more of the experiences that you are writing about. Understand your dreams symbolically. This will give you practice that is valuable in becoming psychic. Psychic people tend to use symbols and metaphor as tools in their practices. Symbols are the language of the unconscious mind. The understanding of the symbolic language is necessary for decoding the clairvoyant data. The data is not literally, but symbolically. If you want to learn more about symbols, tools, and metaphor, just click on my Symbols, Tools, and Metaphor YouTube video, linked to below. Number 4. Visualizations. In most of the self-help teams combined with spirituality, it is popular to visualize. Visualization is used for motivating oneself, to manifest, or to get in contact with your spirit guides. Here are some examples of such exercises. Number A. How to feel what others feel. First, get yourself into a relaxed state of mind by breathing deeply. It's important to master deep breathing and feeling relaxed in your body as a first step. You should be able to relax no matter where you are. Imagine that you float outside yourself, out of the top of your head, then float into the other person's body, down into their head, from above. Next, imagine what the person is seeing from their perspective. Imagine how it looks like from inside their head, seeing the world through their eyes. Then, when you're in their perspective, you will feel what they feel. Practice with this. Ask yourself, what types of feeling do they have? Do they have other sensations in their bodies? Are they confident, afraid, or having other emotions? It's very fun to do, since you feel what it's like to be another person for a short period. Remember to ask them how they are feeling afterwards to get confirmation. Be discreet about your abilities or work with a close friends, since you don't want people to be afraid of you. Number B. How to see yourself from a detached perspective. Start visualizing yourself from the outside. Look down on yourself. Imagine you are floating above yourself looking down. Then the person above this floating observer is looking down on another you once more. Repeat this as many times you can. If you do this, you will get a more objective view, less ego and higher consciousness. Number C. How to become an expert in visualization. Visualize what you want, something positive for everybody concerned. For example, good grades, laughter, beneficial friendships and relationships. Visualize you being motivated in your workplace. Next, try hearing mentally your favorite song. Can you hear the whole 3 minutes mentally? Then try to mentally taste a lemon or see your high school corridors and classrooms. Imagine you are walking down every corridor in your elemental school. The point of these exercises is to train your psychic senses. Also, do math numbers on your mental screen. This too will help you develop psychic abilities. Visualization is the key to manifesting and programming abilities. Learn more about manifesting and programming clicking my YouTube video called Manifesting and Programming and Law of Attraction. Next, number D. Get an answer from your unconscious mind. First, write down a question you have on a piece of paper. Read it inside you and out loud. Place it under your pillow and throw away all thoughts concerning this topic. Then go to sleep and have confidence in your unconscious mind. When you wake up and are in a state between sleep and awake, you will get a brutally honest answer to your question. If you have a pendulum, preferably with an orgone or crystal attached to it, you can then ask a question that is important to you. For example, is a relationship with X constructive? See what way the pendulums will swing. If it makes a no movement as we do with our heads, then it swings from left to right. Or it makes a yes movement like we do, nodding our heads up and down. The scientific theory say it is your unconscious mind that gives you the answer through so-called micro gestures. And the spiritual theory states it is your guides doing it. People who believe it's their guides providing them information choose to say thank you afterwards to be polite. Number 5. Amygdala clicking. The amygdala is responsive for memory, decision making and emotional responses. To do this exercise, you start by imagine a feather. See it, feel it and touch it. Then take the imagined feather and tickle yourself in your forehead to the right side of your forehead. Imagine hitting the amygdala of the right side, tickle it to click forward. Then take the imagined feather and do the exact same on the left side. This is said to remove the fight and flight response. This is what the reptilian brain is responsible for, also known as mechanical reacting. Neil Slade, who is the inventor of this technique, claims you will activate your more spiritual sides by doing this. Number 6. Use clairvoyance method to read a situation. It could be to look at the sky and see what you can see in the patterns, or look at the signs in a cup coffee. Alternatively, you can freeze water and look at the patterns in a glass of ice. Other methods you can practice is tarot cards, runes and the I Ching. Number 7. Building bridges between left and right hemisphere. Doing activities that activate both hemispheres, such as playing chess and drawing, crossing your hands and mashing both of your ears. Write or paint with opposite hand than normal. Use the Psyche method and say an affirmation like, "You are in perfect balance." Number 8. Affirmations. Say to yourself before going to sleep, "Make my psychic abilities enter my dreams." And when you wake up, just say 3 words out loud. The 3 first words that pop in your mind. During your day, you will see these 3 words. Number 9. Practice clairvoyance with a friend. Send a mental picture to each other. Here one person is the sender and the other person is the receiver. First do the work by barricading with a friend, so you don't have an unconscious desire for creating drama, or hidden desires for failing in the paranormal. You can also practice with hidden objects in a box. Then the task for the other person is to use clairvoyance to see what is inside the box. Number 10. Turn your eyes upward. Turning your eyes upward will produce alpha brainwaves. If you get pictures on your mind's inner screen, try to magnetically pull the pictures closer to you. Project yourself closer to the picture at the same time. Don't overdo it, though, as this can lead to astral travel. It is the balance between the pulling and projecting that creates clairvoyance. While you are doing this, don't have any personal feelings. Don't get affected about what you see on your inner screen. Clairvoyance is an astral travel light version. The difference is that astral travel has more focus on the projecting yourself into the picture part. To learn more about astral travel, see my astral travel and out-of-body experience YouTube video. Now, if you have found this talk useful, think about someone you know who has an interest in spirituality or clairvoyance. Share this YouTube video with them. Then you two can play guest games together with each other. Practice makes perfect. Good luck and thank you.